I wonder if you'd stay, if you knew the things I've kept away. I wonder what you'll do. Would you charge me with your hate? You never really knew just how terribly I needed you. You are nowhere to be found. I was falling fast into the ground. Have I lost? Have I lost you? Have I lost? Have I lost you? I hurt myself that night. There was no one there to end the fight. Remember what I did. He was no one really, just a kid. Have I lost? Have I lost you? I didn't know what my heart was in for till you stepped into the room. And I didn't show, but I wanted to know everything I could about you. See, I was told the dreams were made to be believed in, so I put every single dream in you. But you set the bar so high above the sky, and you nailed it to the floor. 'Cause for some odd reason I don't believe in this one thing I adore. What is love anymore? And you came to me like a bird to the breeze, and we floated together for a while. But you had to go, now I carry the load to call in the wind and my smile. See, I was told the dreams were made to be believed in, so I put every single dream in you. But you set the bar so high above the sky, and you nailed it to the floor. 'Cause for some odd reason I don't believe in this one thing I adore. What is love anymore? I didn't know what my heart was in for till you stepped into the room. And I didn't show, but I wanted to know everything I could about you. See, I was told the dreams were made to be believed in, so I put every single dream in you. But you set the bar so high above the sky, and you nailed it to the floor. 'Cause for some odd reason I'm done believing in this one thing I adore. What is love?